Hello, my friends, and welcome back to New Dalancia, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. I am your most gracious DM, VGpunx, and with me, as always, are our players, whom you just saw the intro sequence that introduces each of them, so I'm very proud of that. Also going to make a new one for the next chapter. Speaking of which, that brings us to just a few updates before we begin. Firstly, not this episode, but the following episode of Chapter 11, or will be the last episode of Chapter 11. That'll be on Sunday, April 9th. So be sure to catch that. Also, we will be back after a break all the way through the rest of April, and we will be coming back on May 4th. Wait, you know what? I did that. That was an April 9th. I'm sorry. That's March 9th. March 9th is the actual last episode. My bad on that. Wow, I messed that up. And we'll be returning May 4th. That one is correct, I promise. There may be some other announcements at that time, so stay tuned. Check out the social media. All that stuff. Actually, I put in a new thing where I can do this, and it puts out all of the social stuff. So be sure to click those links. Go follow if you want updates about the stream and other, cool shit. Man, I can't talk today. That's great because I'm the DM. So, all right. Do you remember where we left off? Does anybody remember where we left off?
We were hitting things.
You were hitting things.
There was a big portal doing a sucky suck, and it was pulling the Hydra in, and Val and Rec were preparing to teamwork, try to shove it in the hole.
This is
That's what
definitely
she
one
said.
that's going to take more than a fist to take care of.
At the same time, that portal started to react to the mirror, or the little hand mirror that Ianfear was cursed with, that he pulled out of his pocket, and then found out that Sarahi has what seems to be an identical mirror. Very strangely. But I think that pretty much brings us up to current. We left off in the middle of combat, and the middle of combat is exactly where we're going to pick up. So let's go ahead and cut over. Let's get some good music running. All right. Let's see. Where do we leave off here? Yes. It was the top of the round. Talanith, you are up next. So at this point, the False Hydra is being kind of sucked back into this portal, and it is trying to move forward against the that portal that is sitting behind it.
It's trying to get away.
No, it's being drawn through this portal that's behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have severed
Okay.
several of the heads, and now it's just trying to get away. Or well, now I guess it's trying to fight against the portal and try to stay and eat y'all.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, in this case, I think it would be best if Talanith used a ranged attack. So he's going to use his boomerang.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and roll that. I see a roll of a 19. And I'm assuming this is on one of the heads or one of the bodies? Or the body, rather?
Yes. Yeah, body.
Okay. In that case, that is a hit. You can go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
When you're attacking with a boomerang, are you obliged to say "oi"?
Actually, it's crikey.
Crikey. Every time you hit with it.
I'm not seeing the option to roll damage.
I think when you.
Oh wait, here it is.
Yeah,
Never mind.
on the weapon.
I see it.
4 damage. Your boomerang flies through the air. Flies through the air. It strikes this the False Hydra somewhere in the body and comes back through, and you catch it. Oh, I should have just clicked apply on that. That's okay. We did it. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn, Talanith?
I don't think that there's really much that I can do, so that is the end of my turn.
Dalancia, you're up next.
I'm not sure that there's much I can do at all besides just do another lightning strike, so I'ma do that.
Sure.
I don't know how specific I can get with my strikes. I am trying to avoid the one that has Bagram apparently trapped inside.
The one that that particular head was severed, and it seems to be laying on the ground right now.
Oh, okay. Where's he at then?
Well, you don't see him, but that whatever head and neck that had eaten him before is laying about right here on the battlefield. It's
Okay,
kinda
well then I'm gonna
lifeless limb,
yeah,
slowly
okay,
scooting
gotcha.
toward the portal.
Ew. I'm gonna go ahead and just strike the general body, I guess.
All right, go ahead.
Well, the storm's already up. I would just roll for damage. Is that right?
Oh yes, that's correct.
Okay. It is trying to make me put another cloud down, even though I said roll for damage.
Oh, that's weird.
I
open up
think
the
you would actually have had to go into the chat and go back up to the other.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, but it's got me holding on to the little icon.
Huh.
Oh, well, if I right click, it goes away, so that's fine. Crisis
Yep.
averted.
Okay.
I am going to also scooch forward just a little bit, like, to get closer to the action just in case, just in case.
I'd like you to go ahead and roll a strength check.
This may surprise you guys, that is not my strongest suit.
I see what you did there.
Wasn't Tess's either. Didn't stop Tess from breaking down some doors.
Yeah. You said check or saving throw?
This would be a check.
All right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's always me that
Oh
gets the first
no.
one.
Do you have inspiration?
I do, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and burn that bad boy. Thought for sure I was gonna get another one for a second.
I was gonna lose my shit.
Uh-huh.
Yolanthe left the show.
Dun-dun.
Lanthe, as you try to steady yourself against the portal, you are forcibly moved toward the portal by 5 feet, but you are, however, able to keep your balance.
Oh, okay. That should be actually.
Anything else you'd like to do for your turn, Yolanthe?
That's it.
Next up, we have Tess.
All right. Still concentrating on keeping our window open. Tess is going to move in and kind of assess the situation a little bit further because she couldn't really see from back there. and throw off a sacred flame at the main body.
All right, a flame descends upon the False Hydra. Let's see, so this is a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw. Also not his strongest suit. And actually, we're going to go ahead and roll that with disadvantage because he is currently being drawn into a portal. Did you move up this turn?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll me a strength saving throw as well. As you move forward, close to everybody, you're able to sort of leverage yourself with them to avoid the effect of the portal drawing you in. You're fighting against it, but you do keep your... excuse me, you also maintain your footing. So the False Hydra did get hit by that. He rolled a 7 on his dexterity saving throw. Disadvantage. That is 8 damage. And applied. That flame comes down over the False Hydra's body and just kind of scorches some of the flesh, particularly one of the faces that is like kind of poking out of its side.
Neat.
Yes, this is going to move over and brace himself against the wall. He starts to sort of slide forward against the wall, but bracing himself gives him a bit of leverage against it. Let's see here. All right, we have Elemental Strike 2 times coming out from Yestis. Actually, no, that would be 1. A lot of dice. All right, fire sort of jumps from the end of one of his wands as he has his other hand propped up against the wall. That fire just kind of like pelts this False Hydra, but he looks no worse for it. All right, Sarahi is also going to move over and brace herself up against the wall. She also keeps her footing, holding that same mirror, Ian Fair, that you have up into the air. Sort of emitting a glow, and the reflection is facing the False Hydra itself. All right, next up, Scriteau.
Scriteau is going to move up next to Tess and kind of try to grip onto her for strength, probably, to keep from getting pulled in. But he's just going to stick next to her, hold any attacks.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a strength check as well.
Oh no.
Scriteau is going to fall prone, and I will give you an opportunity to take a reaction if you want. Yes.
Can she attempt to help him up? Hold on to him?
I'll let you hold on to him, but helping him up will take a turn.
Okay, hold on to him then.
What the hell is the prone button?
grabbing onto his little bird fingers.
Mm-hmm. Gotta hold his hand.
Oh, there we go. There's prone. Okay, so you hold him in place. He doesn't slide forward, but he does fall prone. Wreck Bloodstone.
All right. Rec moves up next to Val, puts the shield in front of both of them, and stands shoulder to shoulder, ready to move forward when he does. So he's kind of holding his action for Val's turn.
Actually, I believe
getting
Val
ready.
was holding his action at the last.
Okay, that's
So he was waiting for you.
okay. I couldn't remember which one it was. All right. Then he readies with him, and I'm gonna use my charger feat for the dash action
All right.
to move forward in a straight line with Val. And when we hit, we're gonna make a athletics check to try to knock it 10 feet backwards.
Okay. For this, I'd like you to go ahead and roll a dexterity check, as this is difficult terrain.
Okay.
There we go. Whew.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
All right.
I am going to use. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it'll. Oh, well, I guess it'll help. Yeah, so I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points for my bend luck skill.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, wait, what? Why does it say that? No uses on bend luck available?
Yeah, I don't remember you using Benlock. Where are we seeing this?
Oh, okay. I don't know why it's doing it that way, but because it's asking me to consume resource.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's 2 sorcery points.
You weren't out of sorcery points, right?
No, I wasn't. And then,
Very nice.
so, yeah, I will add a 4.
All right, you're successfully able to charge, and do you like how does this go down?
So, with the shield brace in front of us, we're running forward to slam into the thing, and we're making an athletics check with advantage.
All right.
So,
So you got a 16. Without failing, got a 23. You can see there.
I guess this would be opposed by the Hydra then.
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of, well, yeah, it would be opposed, but I think that's definitely going to be disadvantage. And yeah, you rolled a fucking 6. Let's see, just looking at some information real quick here. I'd say you're able to move him back about 5 feet into the portal. So more and more that portal is like kind of drawing him in. You start to see like what looks like these like huge lumps starting to form like right before you on his body. He has one head that is like leaned back and being sucked into the portal. All right. Anything else you got, Rick?
No, that was my action and bonus. So
Ian Fear, you're up.
Okay. So give me a sec. I think where's the thing on here real quick? I need to pull up my table real quick for this. I'm sorry, I'm pulling up the thing for, because one of the abilities I would have is by consuming a spell slot, it allows me to regenerate a number of sorcery points equal to the spell slot that I consume.
Okay.
And then vice versa, I can do the other way to like bring out by consuming like spell points. I can like add that many or add that level spell that I can cast for the turn. So I'm going to consume, I think, a level 5 spell slot. I'm trying to see how many points it actually gives me for doing that.
You're not able to just link that in the chat. What spell is that?
So I don't do a spell. This is a class ability.
Class ability?
I think it's under meta. I think it would be under. Actually, I think it might be under sorcery. So here's the. That's for if I consume spell points in order to gain an additional spell. But I can also do it in reverse. Is it this one maybe? There we go. Thunder. Here we go. So
Quantum magic. Okay.
So that's creating a spell slot, consuming equal to that spell's level. So by consuming a 5th level spell, I can I create 5 spell points. I do this as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to consume a 5th level spell to generate 5 sorcery points.
All right. It looks like that is the last of your 5th level spell slots.
Yes. And then
And I see
I'm
that-
going to.
Go ahead.
So. Yeah, I'm going to use Magic Missile at level 4, targeting this Hydra.
Go ahead and roll your Wild Magic Surge.
And then let me. Alright, give me a sec.
Man, we got the good rolls tonight.
Using our special rules here, it's 1d20. Let's see. Plus the spells, plus the spell level, which would be 4. Right, you said this was a 4th level?
Yeah.
Was it 2 plus 4, 6? And if that is higher than your spell save DC, higher than your spell save DC, Wild Magic occurs. You see, this is what kind of gives you like a less and less, less and less chance that it will happen the better you get, right? So, let's see. So that is a pass. Go ahead and roll your damage for that magic missile.
All right, so this is each dart will be doing 4 damage, and it looks like that's a total of 6.
That is applied. It looks like it took 6 damage.
Well, I mean, it's 6 times 20. It's 6 times 4.
Oh, okay. So
Actually, I guess if I used the wand, does that apply to the damage?
which wand?
The wand or the war mage?
Yeah, as long as you're holding the wand. But that's attack rolls. It wouldn't.
Oh, okay. So it's not damage. It's
Yeah,
just
it's not
for
damage.
the. Okay.
It's like it's if you have to make a ranged attack roll with a spell, then that would add a +1 to the ranged attack roll.
Okay.
Okay. Those 4 bolts pelt the body of this false hydra. It doesn't look like it affected it very much, but I mean it is like scarred on its tissue.
Oof.
Anything else you'd like to do, Ian Fear?
Bonus. That was my action. No, I'm gonna seeing this thing being sucked back. I'm gonna just stick right where I am.
Right. Okay. Without failing, rolling a strength check. That is a save. Oh, okay. Wait. No. That's still a saving throw. Oh, there it is. Ha. Got lost. Oof. So Val rolled a 1.
That's not good.
He takes a 5 foot. He tries to take a 5 foot step forward. He is going to fall prone, which is right there, and he starts to. Rex, start to see him sort of moving forward slowly toward this portal.
Can I use my reaction to grab him?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw. The reason I'm doing that is because, unlike previous with Scrito there, he did not reach out himself and try to grab you or anything like beforehand. You see him fall, you reach down and you grab him by the, we'll say the collar, maybe the arm, and you attempt to kind of hoist him back against the effect of the portal. He still moves forward that 5 feet, but you've effectively stopped him from sliding forward on his next turn.
Okay.
Next to him, that severed neck of the Hydra moves a little bit closer to the portal, and from out of the other side of the neck appears Bagram. Just absolutely covered in viscera, and he is he's like crawling. Actually, I should put him as prone as well. So he kind of like crawls out from that mess. Ugh, the hell happened?
Hi, Bagram.
Ah, what the fuck is that thing?
It'll be your untimely death unless you grab hold of something.
The False Hydra fighting against the portal, these two big fucking knots that appeared previously in his body sprout forth. Where the hell's my stuff? There it is. What was that place? DJ Weak Ankles. That is a good username. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I love that. So two heads just kind of burst from this body, and they kind of spring toward you all. Let's see. At this point, they are not able to act. Let me please put them in combat, though, so that they actually have their turns counted. We'll call that summoning sickness. Talanith, you're up.
Okay. Now that these heads have sprung up, I'm gonna make a move, and I'm going to attack the one right in front of me, the head that is, with my daggers.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. Oh, also you moved. Please roll a strength check.
Oh, a strength check?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, here he is. Okay.
Very nice.
So it's going to be 14. Yeah.
You trudge your way over next to this head, and you prepare yourself to attack. Go ahead and roll it. Oh, what? Yeah,
Okay.
Roll it.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta click those attack buttons.
Okay, there's the first
nice.
the first dagger.
Yeah, very nice. Go ahead and roll the second.
And
You can just click the same attack button. It'll roll.
Damn it.
It'll roll your second.
oh, okay.
The first.
I'm
one's
going to
a-
use my
Oh, go.
inspiration. I'm going to use my inspiration for that second one,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah, of course that's okay.
All right.
Planet's really
Yeah.
looking to tap that head there.
Yes. Yes.
Nice. That's 2 hits. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Okay, here's for the first one, and here's for the second one.
8 and 6. Oh, wait, I applied that to the wrong thing. Fix that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so you stab, slash, however you choose there, into the head of this False Hydra that is, this newly spawned head of the False Hydra. It kind of reels back in pain, but looks like it's still hanging on. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Talana?
No, that's it.
All right. Yolantha, you're up next.
Okay, let's see what we got. I was trying to see if there was anything else I could do, but it looks like I'm just still calling the lightning down. I think I only have one more of those though. Let me go ahead and do that one last time, and then I'm just gonna stay put.
Okay. That's weird that it... Oh, okay. So this is like your final round
Yeah.
of Call Lightning being available.
Yeah,
is
it's
that correct?
I don't have any more spell slots of the
Alright.
level it needs.
And where are you calling this lightning?
On this head here, that's a newly spawned one, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, the one that just that Ogrim's standing next to, I'll go ahead and hit that one.
Okay, so this is everything within 5 feet of that point. So if you call it there, Bogrum will get hit, and so will Val.
Oh shit, yeah, never mind. Let me actually, can I cast it on the square right there so it hits the head and the body?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, let me do that then.
All right. So we got 2 dexterity saving throws, one from the. And this is going to be with disadvantage because he's getting sucked into a fucking portal. That is a fail from the body. And a fail from the head.
Okay.
So let's see. We're. Oh, cool. It will actually let me do 2 different targets and hit apply.
Oh, nice.
Wow. They both take damage. Lightning strikes that point right here and spreads out in every direction 5 feet and hits both the Hydra and the head. They both look, well, yeah, the Hydra's starting to look pretty hurt, and the head is, it's looking pretty good still. I'd say it's like roughed up.
Okay. I guess my cloud actually kind of swirls back down into my staff because it's gonna go away now.
Okay, that would be.
I don't think that's an action.
It's that one. There we go. So that also ends your concentration. Go. And now the field is a lot less purple. Just noticed that 3 of y'all are assigned the color like close to purple, and then like Tessa's like pink. So it's like everybody's colors.
I
are
really
very
like
close.
how our little emblems up top almost spell out dirty.
Wait, little emblems up top? What?
Or not emblems, the letters like underneath where it says a cave network beneath Shopperman.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got
they kinda do.
DIIRT.
Dirty. That's funny.
If Yestis was up there, it'd work.
Dirty brown water.
Dirty brown water.
I forgot about that factoid.
Anything else you have, Yolanthe?
Nope, that's it.
Tess, you're up next.
I gotta roll a strength thing, right? Or is it only if I move?
Only if you move.
Okay. Okay, I want to use my rope to fashion, kind of like not like a lasso, but like a knot to throw out for people to hold onto the rope to keep from being pulled into the portal.
Okay.
So I'd like to take my action to form that knot and then toss it.
Okay. So let's see what we have here. What are we working with? Give me one moment here.
It's like 50 feet of rope.
And you're just trying to put one single knot in it?
Yeah, kind of like a loop, like that you can, somebody can like put their like wrist through to hold on to, with the intention of trying to throw it to Bogram to grip a hold of, since he's probably very wounded.
I think that every action or every round of combat is going to be in total 6 seconds. I think to make a loop in a rope that's that long, it would probably take you the entire 6 seconds. So I would say you could probably make the loop the first turn and then toss it out the second. Unless you have something that would give you a bonus action to do like the tossing piece or something like that.
No, but I do have Scritto who could probably help.
Okay. So you take your round of combat to loop that rope.
Okay, forming the rope into a loop while informing Scritto. Here in just a moment, Tess is going to hand you this. Are you ready?
Scritto, still from the ground, gives you a thumbs up.
Oh no. Bird fingers.
Okay, Tess gets
The
to work
fingies.
on the rope.
All right. Okay, yes, this. Okay. This is going to be good. All right, that's a bonus action. All right, so first, Yestis is going to Misty Step over to right here. Let's see. Oh, you are not gonna tell me that. Okay, hold up. I think I can make that. Can I actually like control? Nope. Array. I wonder how you actually make that work. I don't know how to actually rotate that, but there's a 60-foot cone. He is firing it kind of down and to the side. I don't know why that only goes in that one direction, but it's going to hit these two for sure, and that's about all it can hit if he channels it the way that he is going to. So... Alright, so each of these has to pass a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. This is going to be with disadvantage. With the False Hydra, rolled 14. The head that he is striking as well, rolling a dexterity saving throw. With disadvantage because of the portal. Rolled a 15. Both of those are failures, so damage. That's a lot of dice. That is 86 damage. Holy crap. I think that was a one-time use spell, I believe. All right, this head is dead. So that immediately it goes limp and starts. It just kind of gets sucked directly into the portal. Yet another thing that is kind of pulling that Hydra in.
Like, what was it?
What's that?
Like, what was the spell?
I'm sorry. It was a lightning spiral.
Ah.
Right there. Yep. There we go. Now I have it in the chat. Lightning spiral. At this point, the False Hydra is bloodied. I'd say he's seriously wounded. Well, yeah, seriously wounded. Right, so that lightning spiral leaps from his hands as he says, "This one's for my partner." Can't remember his name, though. So he's still braced against the wall, holding the mirror up. Ian Fear. Ian Fear, from your hand, you feel the mirror pulse, and you see you kind of feel like this magical energy just pulse in your hand forward toward that portal. You feel that? Scrito. I assume going to clamber to his feet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have him go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw. Nice. He's able to climb up to his feet, fighting against the pull of the portal, and is able to successfully make it to his feet without moving, like forward or anything. That is going to take up his entire action, but he still has a bonus action. So he does have extra attack. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, he does have extra attack, so he does have one other action that he can use. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
It's an attack action, though.
Yeah, sorry about that. He does have to take the attack action first.
Yeah, so that would just be his move, or his turns getting back up.
Okay. Otherwise, yeah, he can take the helpful action, which would give a 1d6 bonus to the d20. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. So you can he can give an extra 1d6 to somebody's d20 roll. That's cool. Just standing up here. Actually, at this point, let's go ahead and take a short intermission, during which I'm going to run a long ad, so that will prevent other people from, from getting an ad, from getting interrupted. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes, and I will see you then. We are back. Welcome back, everybody. Open question to everybody here, everybody in the chat. What is worse, bird fingers or this? I hadn't showed that picture before, but that's actually the False Hydra done with the portal behind it. Thank you, Nebby, for the art. That's
I think you showed
Thank you,
that
Nebby.
when we first, as soon as we first encountered it.
No, the one I showed you
when-
was the original.
Oh.
Where did I put that? Yeah, it's right here. It's the same image, just lacks the portal. Oh my gosh, I can't easily show that. Well, oh, can I? Yeah, I can. The original artwork didn't have the portal in it. So what's that?
Oh, right.
All right. Right, so we're back. We were in the midst of combat. I'm going to go ahead and resume the music. Just got through with Scrito's turn. Scrito at this point takes the end of that rope from you and prepares to, that's what you intended, right? You intended to give him the rope or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so Scrito takes that rope from you, and what are you telling him to do with it?
To hold on tight and see if he can get out there and grab a hold of Bagram.
Okay. Well, since he didn't use his movement during his turn, I will let you do that. So with the rope in tow, go ahead and roll a strength check, and we'll see how far he makes it. Also a dexterity check for the rough terrain. Was that the strength check? No, that was the dexterity. Oh no, that was the strength check, yeah. So it was a strength of 5 and dexterity of 13. One more thing, Tess, if you could roll a strength saving throw, or a strength ability check. I have an idea here of how I want this to work. So he does get to his destination, and when he starts to get close, you start to feel him. You start to feel him fall, and he tugs on that rope, and you kind of give it a tug back to try and hoist him back over to his feet, but it overcompensates a little bit, and he winds up landing prone.
Oof. Falling on his little feathered butt.
His little feathered butt with his little bird hands.
God damn it.
Wreck, you're up.
Birds should not have hands.
So many people on the floor to your left, and then Talanith to your right, who is like, stab, 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 stab.
Stabby, stab, stab.
Is it possible to use my action to hoist Val Phelan up since I already had a hold of him?
Yes.
All right. Do I need to roll for that, or just spend my action to do so?
Considering you have a 17 in strength, I'm going to say you do not have to roll for that. You were just able to kind of hoist Val Phelan up.
All right.
That doesn't seem like you would necessarily need to. That doesn't seem like it would be very difficult for you constituting a skill check. If that makes sense.
Okay. Is there any way I can make like an offhand strike at this thing using a bonus action?
I'll allow it. Yes.
All right. On hand, like. Well, let's see. Like, if I had him and I hoisted him up with my shield arm, can I smack it with the warhammer with the other hand?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
All right.
Considering him to your left, yeah.
The 14 hit.
14 against the head, I'm imagining.
Yeah, right in front of me. So.
That is actually a miss.
No.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. All right.
Didn't realize the game was so close either. Well, you hoist Val Phelan up with one hand, and with the other hand, you take a swing at the face, and it sort of deftly dodges you, but you're not sure how. Ian Fear,
right,
you're up next.
Okay. So let's That would be a big thing. That would be a big thing. All right, we're gonna. How's this head looking?
This one here?
Yeah.
It is wounded.
All right. I'm gonna use a Chaos Bolt at 2nd level. At the head.
All right.
So I believe this will also be.
This will be a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, so this will be +1.
Yep, +1 using the wand.
So that is a 26.
All right. That is a hit.
Okay.
Also, go ahead and roll your wild magic. Using our custom algorithm. What? Hey Alexa, roll wild magic.
Sorry, my thing is it is around that time when it needs to tell me what the weather is going to be like for the next few days.
There's chaos in the air.
So that is a 10
All
as a
right.
roll. And then this is a 2nd level spell. Or no,
Plus
sorry,
two
3rd
as well.
level.
Yeah, you're all good.
Okay. And then the okay. Let me double check. This is 6, 7, and then I choose. Okay, so no same rolls. 6, 7.
Oh yeah, I just noticed you can pull that down. 3, 5, 2, 6, and 7.
Yep.
That's
All
neat.
right. So this is going to be a Chaos Bolt dealing cold damage. 23 points of cold damage.
23 points of cold. All right, your bolt's shaped like a shard of ice, fires out from your hand and explodes on impact on this head of the False Hydra, who takes the brunt of that directly to its face. It's all like fucked up and ice shards sticking out of it at this point. It looks like it's at death's door.
Okay, and then for my bonus action, we're going to use my meta magic ability of Quicken Spell.
Okay.
So, I'm going to now cast Chaos Bolt at first level. Let me see. Yeah, at 1st level.
Okay.
Targeting this head again.
Go ahead and roll that wild magic, sir.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Okay.
Ian Fear, go ahead and roll on your wild magic table.
You were about due.
Kind of plant are we turning ourselves into today?
So 43.
Good God.
All right. Let me see what that was here.
Huh.
Do you have the Wild Magic Surge table up?
I do. So, on a 43, for the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns.
There you go. Since you've already used your bonus action, you are unable to teleport this turn, but you will be able to teleport starting next turn.
Now you are Nightcrawler.
Bam.
Wow. As you start to cast the spell to your Wild Magic Surge, and instead of a bolt flying from the end of your wand, as expected, that energy instead flows backward up through your arm and into your torso. You now know that you have that ability to teleport.
Well, since that uses my bonus action, then yeah, that will be my turn.
Valphalin, having gotten back up on his feet. I know I have something for this. You know he does. It's not spells. It's features. Okay, that's where it is. Oh, yeah, okay. He hasn't done that yet. So there are... Okay, so let's go ahead and have him roll a strength check. He's going to start by using a feature here. We're going to use Indomitable. How do you actually, use it? Oh, that's how. Okay, he's going to use Indomitable to re-roll that. He has to use the new roll. Oh, right. I should probably be, sharing these. He rolls at 21, is able to stay on his feet, and takes a 5-foot step back, and is going to breathe fire in a cone in front of him. Where's that feature?
Is it just me, or do I hear a cat purring in this particular music? I hear...
I do not know. I don't hear a cat.
I don't hear that myself, but...
Well, of course, the song stops right as you say that.
I know, right? The song's like, he's on to me.
Now they all know I'm a cat.
Oh my. Okay, it actually looks like this is only going to hit the body of the False Hydra. Because, yeah, there's the thing right there. Let me actually delete that. We don't need a reference on that because it's not going to continue burning. Let's see. So the DC 14 Dexterity saving throw. It's with disadvantage because he's being pulled into a portal. He rolls a 4. What's going on? Oh, okay. That's going to deal 8 damage to the False Hydra. He just breathes fire all over that False Hydra. He is going to take his extra attack.
Is the Hydra on Phaedra?
The Hydra is not on Phaedra.
This Hydra is on Phaedra.
Ooh, whiff. All right, so he steps back, breathes fire onto the False Hydra. It scorches all over his skin, and then he takes a swing with his two-handed sword, and it's a miss. All right, Fulgrim clambers to his feet and attempts to, or no, you had Scriteau run over to him, yeah?
Yeah, he was trying to get to him with the rope to give him something to hang on to.
He clambers to his feet, halfway kind of stopping and grabbing the rope and holding on to it with Scriteau still on the floor. Not able to hoist him up at this point. All right. Wreck, there's an attack coming in from the False Hydra.
Oops.
And a secondary gnawing bite. $18 and a 17. Do either of those hit?
No. Rex shoves his shield up in front of him, and
You catch both of these bites from this False Hydra's head right into your shield. No damage. The False Hydra is going to make a strength saving throw against the effect of the portal. And that is a critical. False Hydra stays put. Ian Fear, once again, in your hand, the mirror pulses with magical energy. Sarahi from behind you says, I'm definitely feeling something.
If I were to look, or if I want to pull him and actually look into the mirror and see what it looks like.
You kind of pull the mirror back. It struggles against your hand to turn any other direction from facing the portal, but as you kind of peer into it, you can see the reflection of everything in the room. That portal in the mirror looks like a lot wider than it actually looks to you in real life. You can also fully see this Hydra struggling against this portal. As you focus in on the details of what you see in the mirror, you can now see that through the portal appears to be an exact replica of this cave, with another identical False Hydra struggling against being pulled into the portal on the other side.
Huh.
Almost like a mirror. Go ahead and roll a perception check, please.
Okay. I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos, I'm going to link this in here, to give myself advantage on this roll.
Okay.
Oh, what the hell is it saying that?
You have to beat a 15.
That's why. Okay, and you said this was perception?
Yes, perception check.
Okay, give me a sec. Oof. I would like to. Where is it? You know what? I'm just gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay. You can only roll. You can only roll one though.
I haven't
Alright.
gotten to roll a single perception check today.
That's true. Would you like to roll a perception check to see if you can smell the False Hydra?
Well, I roll a 16.
A 16 on your perception check. As you're looking into the mirror, you notice one missing detail. Sarahi is nowhere to be seen through the other side of the portal.
All right.
Your thoughts?
I mean, I'm going to say to Sarahi, see if you can look through your mirror.
She nods at you and pulls her mirror down against that force that's preventing her from moving it away from that portal and stares into it, and you see her eyes grow wide. What? Why am I not in the reflection?
I don't know.
Fear, what does this mean?
Let's just concentrate on getting rid of this Hydra. We can solve this later.
Right. She moves her mirror back up above her head, holding it almost at complete arm's length. One arm, her left arm against the wall, like keeping her steady and in place.
And yeah, I'm gonna kind of do the same, keeping the mirror in front with one arm.
All right. Talanith, that brings us back to the top of the round with you. Round 6.
Okay. So the head that is in front of me is still alive, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go at it with my daggers again.
All right, go ahead and roll that up.
Okay, here's the first one.
That's a hit.
And here's the second one.
Also a hit. 2 hits.
Okay, here's damage for the first one. And damage for the second one.
Wow. So blood and gore is just like dripping from this thing's eye sockets and this thing's mouth and its head where you've stabbed it repeatedly. Neck is bleeding all over the floor. There's just blood absolutely everywhere. However, it looks like it is taking the last bit of its energy to try and fight back. It is at death's door. Anything else you got, Talanith?
Talanith just curses and takes a deep breath, and that's it.
Curses.
Curses. No, he curses in Drow.
Yolantha, you're up.
All right. Yolantha's gonna come forward to Scrito to help him up. She doesn't want to risk him being sucked into the portal.
Go ahead and roll a strength check, please. To keep your footing, as well as a dexterity check to keep your footing on the... Well, actually, no, this is difficult terrain, so it's just half movement speed, isn't it? Although...
Yeah, just half movement.
So you can grab him by his little bird thingies.
Yes, I can... Well, we'll see. I don't know if I just got myself sucked into a portal.
No, you're fine.
Okay. So yeah, she helps Scrito up. And just kind of takes his hand. And then she... I don't know why. I thought this was a wall earlier, but she wants to pull him to the side, I guess?
To the side?
Or no. Because we're on the... What is this purple field? That's the difficult terrain.
Yeah, this is difficult
Right?
terrain.
Okay, so she... Now, you know what she does? She goes, picks up Scrito, looks up at Bogram and says, "Hey, man. Welcome back." And then she kind of tugs on the rope to start trying to get everybody to start moving back. away from the Hydra.
Bagram says, "Thanks. What the hell is that thing?"
It's a long story. Hard to believe, I think. But we got to get away from, and she gestures at the portal, all that. So let's go. And starts kind of yanking on the rope a little bit to try and get everybody back.
Holding his hat onto his head, he kind of leans forward and starts moving against the flow of the portal. Yolanthe, anything else you have?
That's it.
Okay. Tess, you're up.
Well, Tess is currently the anchor for the rope.
And you have both Scrito and Bagram hanging on to the other side of it.
And Yolanthe had also tugged on it, right?
Yeah, I'm starting like kind of tug of war style, trying to like walk it back
Okay.
to help
so you-
kind of hold everyone in place. I'm almost certain I have to roll something for that, don't I?
I'm pretty sure
Now-
Tess
now
has
that
to
I
roll
think of it.
something strength-wise to try and hold her ground for everyone.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like you to go ahead and roll a strength check. And you're,
Since
you're
I'm
fine,
helping,
Yolanthe.
can she have? Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, since I'm taking that in consideration with the DC on this challenge.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your strength check.
I'm gonna use my bend luck.
No need. Tess is able to maintain her ground. The portal at this point is not pulling that hard. Everything has been pretty much a DC 10 as far as keeping your footing. So in this case, it was a DC 8. You know, you still passed it. Okay. We'll switch to- Tess, anything else? Are you going to try to help pull them in?
Yeah.
Okay, at this point, I'm going to allow Yolanthe, if you'd like to move back, you can move back 5 feet. Otherwise, I'll start to maneuver the other. Okay, perfect. I'm going to maneuver the other two backward 5 feet.
Is Yestus being sucked in too?
Yes, yes.
Ah,
T-
shit.
Anything else, Tess?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay.
Oh, I hear it
Yestus-
now.
Yestus has a distinct advantage.
You hear the purr.
Yeah. Now that you've said it.
It is a purr, yeah. This is cat battles that I have played.
I am validated.
How
Oh
are
my
we
God.
just now hearing it's called cat battles?
No, it's not. It's not called cat.
I
battles.
occasionally,
Oh,
I
I would have accepted that.
occasionally speak cat.
Father.
Cat dad.
It is, yeah. That is exactly what it is.
Yestus Misty steps back to his original, or back to over here. Oops. Actually, I pulled him a little bit too far down. Now bracing himself up against the wall. And with his attack action... Oh, you know what? He can't actually shoot through this thing. So yeah, he's going to hold his turn there. Ooh. Rocky starts to lose her footing and starts to move past you. Ian, here, I'll give you a reaction to do whatever you...
I'm just gonna try to.
She's like
I'm gonna-
sliding forward on her feet.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to sort of hold out my arm to try to at least give her something so that way she can try to stabilize herself from falling prone.
Rolling it. Those are some good rolls. She moves forward the 10 feet, but is able to grab onto your arm as she passes by, which steadies her, and she does not lose her footing and fall prone. She still moves the 10 feet.
Yeah.
As she slides by, she goes, "In fear!" She's still holding the mirror as best she can, kind of in that position, but she's trying to keep her footing desperately. Grabs onto your arm and just stays up, importantly. Scrito.
He's focusing on holding on to the rope. Would that be a dexterity? Or a strength?
Yeah, let's call it a dexterity. What do we roll here? 16. Okay, so yeah, he stays kind of clinched onto that rope. He can take any kind of bonus action from here if you have anything he wants to like throw, or if he wants to do anything with his offhand otherwise. He's kind of using the rope to like brace himself and like moving forward along with the entire group.
So the helpful action, does he have to like be able to touch the person? I'm not really getting that from the description.
I would say yes, he needs to be within 5 feet of the person. I think as far as like touching the person goes, though, it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could be any way that he helps, like to assist that person, whatever it is they're doing. So
I want to use the helpful action for like Val's upcoming turn.
okay, so you're gonna hold that action until Val does something. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, that will be fine. Wreck, you're up. Wreck Bloodstone.
All right. At this point, Rek is just going to take the Warhammer up in 2 hands and... Oh, can I do that? Right there. Start swinging at the head in front of him.
Aren't you wearing a shield? Are you going to stow the shield, or?
Well, it's kind of attached to his arm. I just figured I'd lose the AC bonus for the round. Is that doable, or?
I think having the shield attached to your arm would limit the amount of motion that was available out of the other arm, as far as like doing something like attacking. Now, like doing something like assistance, that sort of thing, I think you could still pull off to an extent, but I don't think you'd be able to make a in other words, I think if I were to let you do it, it would have to be a disadvantage because of the bolt of the shield against your arm while you're trying to swing this heavy Warhammer.
Okay, then let me... Let's see. Then I'll just make it a one-handed attack then.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and count that first one as your one-handed attack roll. Well, I think it's the same calculation, right? Yeah, it's the exact same.
Yeah, it is. It's just,
the exact same
I have
calculation. We're gonna take that first roll.
The 19.
Yeah, so that 19 is the one that counts.
I just have to do it again to get the damage to come up as a one-handed.
Understood. Go ahead and roll your damage. That is a hit.
Alright, it's going to be an additional +2 while raging, so.
You bring this hammer down on this head and absolutely shatter it into the floor. It's dead. It goes limp.
Oh, okay.
The Hydra reels back against that portal. It's the last head that is not in the portal now dead. It scoots back another 5 feet into the portal. It's now halfway in.
I'll go ahead and use my move action to move up and then smack it one more time.
Okay.
My
Go ahead and roll
bonus.
it. That is a hit.
And another 14 damage.
All right, you take one step forward past that head, and you slam your hammer into this thing's body. It kind of like with a squish as that hammer kind of goes into its skin some distance. Most disgusting thing you've ever experienced.
Ew. And Rex just smash, smash.
Anything else, Rex?
That's it.
Ian Fear, you're up.
All right. So for my movement, I'm gonna move myself next to Tess.
Go ahead and roll a strength check. And before you do that, that mirror pulses with magical energy against your hand. It's somewhat stronger than it was before.
Okay. Strength check.
Remember, this is DC 10 strength check.
Yeah.
We're going to say actually it's probably a DC 8 due to distance. Easily. Okay. You're able to keep yourself steady. You sort of trudge forward.
Yeah, as I'm moving, I'm gonna tell Swarahi, I'm going to help my friends try to keep themselves together. Stay as close to that wall as possible.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Alright. And then getting next to Tess, I'm essentially just gonna use like give a help action to whatever, like for trying to pull everyone back on the rope.
Okay, go ahead and roll another strength check for pulling that rope.
Okay.
Ooh.
Inspired by Tess's feat of kicking down doors, Ianfear finds some strength to help pull his friends back.
Yas.
Coming in with those Popeye arms.
Yolanthe and crew, you can go ahead and move 5 feet away from the portal. Yolanthe? Can you hear?
Oh, sorry, I didn't even hear that you had said my name for some
Oh,
reason.
yeah. Yeah, everybody on the rope. Moving 5 feet forward.
Are almost out of the rift range. Well, I am.
And then I think for my bonus action, I'm going to I think it does. What is the damages that it does again? Yeah, I wish I could do the type of thing that I wanted to do, but I think from right here, Fear is gonna just stay here and help Tess, but I am gonna sort of say, this mirror is acting extremely weird. It's showing the image of the Hydra on the other side, and everything is the same except we don't see Sarahi.
Oh well, that is quite a little concerning. Tess says as she's like trying to keep hold of the rope.
And that's going to be my turn.
Yestis, looking over at you, sees you holding the mirror up. His eyes widen and he shouts to you, "In Fear, concentrate on the mirror!" Valphalen's gonna. Well, let me take a look at what he's got here.
Yolanthe, as she's like trying to pull the rope, looks over at Yestis and is like, "The mirror? Who cares about a mirror? You see that thing?"
He calls back, "You could stabilize the portal, I think, theoretically." Okay, Val kind of trudges forward, able to keep his footing, and he's going to take a swing at this thing. Oops, that was the wrong button.
Don't forget about the helpful bonus.
Right, and that's a +6. I'm going to forego taking that on the attack and take it on the damage roll instead, because that is in the description of it. 7 + 6 damage. There's the damage roll for that in the chat. Then +6. He slashes and slashes at this, at the False Hydra, and cleaves into its skin a couple times. This thing just like yowls out in pain, but it doesn't seem to budge any further. Right, let's skip his turn. False Hydra. Hydra is able to maintain its footing against the pull of the portal, but it stays rooted in place, halfway in, halfway out. Alanith, you're up. Oh shit, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Also, more heads sprout from the body. Well,
Oh.
one more head sprouts from the body.
Then isn't the one? Okay, yeah. Okay, that one is dead already.
Yeah, sorry,
the
I'm
one
gonna
that's
delete those as
to-
we go. Makes
that's
it
okay.
easier.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the one in front of me that just sprouted up with my daggers. There's for the first one,
Hit.
and here's for the second one.
That is a hit. 2 hits.
Okay. All right, here's damage for the first one. And here's damage for the second one.
Once again, you stab in both sides of this thing's head. Blood starts to pour out from either side, and this thing hisses in pain. Anything else you got, Talanith?
No, not at this time.
Before we move on, let's go ahead and take another 15-minute break. I'm going to run a 3-minute ad so that other folks don't get interrupted by those drop-in ads, and we will see you in 15 with the conclusion. Here we go. And we're back. Restarting the music. We ended right after Thalanus turned. Yolanthe, you are up. False Hydra is still up. Looking pretty bad.
All right, I'm just gonna keep tugging along the rope back towards Tess. I want to get out of the rough terrain.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check. Dexterity.
Okay.
Either one, whichever is higher.
Dexterity?
Yeah, dexterity or strength, whichever one is higher.
I have slightly better dexterity. I'll do that one.
Ugh. Our rolls are spot on this evening.
Yeah.
Yolanthe,
And I have.
try as you might, you're not able to pull yourself along the rope any further. You do keep your footing because you're hanging on to the rope with both hands, but you don't feel comfortable taking another step.
Okay. Oh, that's it for me, I guess.
Yes, you're up.
Still holding that rope stable for everyone.
You try to
I'm
reel them
guessing
in.
Strength. Yeah, trying to reel them in.
Yeah, my thing won't help with this. I am gonna just say, just try to keep everyone as close to the wall as possible.
True. Could use the wall for leverage. Yes, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Yes, this is going to go ahead and roll another... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, he cannot. He has to move first. He's going to move into the rope and grab it. So let me actually roll that as a dexterity. He moves in, grabs the rope, and then he makes an attack against the False Hydra, fires off a bolt. It goes wide and misses, striking a wall. Sarahi, attempting to keep her footing. Just barely able to keep herself stable, still holding one hand against the wall and the other hand with the mirror straight into the air, pointed toward the portal. She shouts forward, Ian Fear, please hurry. I don't know how long I can hold on.
I'll say, don't worry, I've got a plan.
Sprito.
He's gonna hold on to the rope. I don't want a chance falling.
Let's go ahead and roll a strength check with advantage.
Ooh, natural 20.
Very nice. He's able to maintain his footing. He does not fall.
Grab. I was gonna say, making a firm grip with those bird knuckles.
Yes,
White knuckling it.
his bird hands, like the muscles in his bird hands, like just pulse. His very strong bird grip.
Not the bird.
Because bird is the word.
Right, Bloodstone.
Bah, 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 bah.
I'm shocked that this combat has lasted this long. Good lord. Might have given him a little too much HP. Go ahead, Zero. Wreck, you there? Wreck, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go.
My thing. Yeah, he's just gonna straight up attack, continue slamming on the main body of the False Hydra.
All right. Go ahead and roll it. $13, that is a miss.
Alright, I'll attack one more time.
And that is a crit.
Alright, so it'll be... Alright. Damage. It's gonna be a crit. With an additional 2 for rage. For a total 24.
24 damage. All right, you take one swing at the False Hydra, and your first swing just barely glances off of its skin, and the second hit lands solidly with this satisfying thud squish. As it just kind of buckles into his skin. You see kind of blood and guts ooze out from the wound, and he sort of reels back, but maintains his footing against the portal. Well, his gelatining?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sort of, it's almost like popping a pimple.
Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Just
Thank you
full
for
of
that
energy tonight.
image. Yeah, yeah. You can tell who grew up.
So gross.
We can tell who grew up watching like Ren and Stimpy.
Mm-hmm.
Wreck, anything else you've got?
Nah, that's the end of my turn.
Oh God, Ian Fear, you're up. Once
Okay.
again, the mirror in your hand pulses with magical energy.
So, Ian Fear, like, suddenly has, like, a flashback at seeing, Rek, and he's gonna reach into his robes, and he's gonna pull out one of his spell scrolls for the spell Web.
Okay.
Let me see if, because, like, I can't, so, I'm going to cast the spell Web off of this scroll. So it says, you conjure a mass of thick, sticky webbing at a point of your choosing within range. The web fills a 20-foot cube of that point for the duration. The webbing is difficult terrain and lightly obscure. If webs aren't anchored between two solid masses, the web collapses on itself, and it ends at the start of the next turn. Each creature that starts its turn in the web or that enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the web or until it breaks free.
Okay.
So he's gonna cast this web between the two walls right here.
Okay. So basically you're making a net between the two walls that kind of...
That everyone can get stuck to, essentially, yes.
So just kind of... where's that, like here?
I think starting right with Yolanthe, yes.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. We'll say, so Yolanthe, this... let's see here. How does it actually, like, say that happens? Oh, right. So that's just spell scroll.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I was trying to find... I don't know if there's a way to link the actual spell. I can put the wording in the chat, but...
Yeah. And this was a scroll of web?
Yeah, because this was the ones we had purchased.
Yes. Okay. I do remember that. Yeah, okay. Let me pull the wording real quick because I just want to...
Here, I'm going to put this in chat.
Okay. "20-foot cube from that point for the duration." 20-foot cube.
I think...
I have an idea here. So if I actually had, like, cast that spell... Oh my god. Yeah, that's not letting me do that. Wow, 20-foot cube. So are you intending on...
And it has a depth of 5 feet. So I think I'm angling it so like, you know, the depth of 5 feet is sort of away, but like it's angled 20 foot up.
Don't think I understand what you're talking about.
So I think the 20 feet is sort of like going from the floor to the ceiling of this cave.
I cannot see. 22, 25, 20. Okay, so this would be 20 foot by 20 foot. So you've got a cube.
I don't...
It's going to be 20 feet up, 20 feet.
So I think instead of like, because that would be like if it were across the ground. I think what I'm trying to do is like 20 feet, but taking up like 20 feet starting from like from the ground going upwards towards the ceiling, with the depth being like the 5 feet space between me and like say the space between me and Yolanthe.
So
it would look essentially like a 5 foot line between me and Yolanthe, but it would go 20 feet up.
Well, this would be a cube, so it can't really turn into a line in any way.
Is it like a
it's going to be
dangling?
Also... What's that?
Oh,
Say
sorry.
again?
Sorry, I was saying, is it like a full web or is it like a dangling like rope of web or something?
So it says this is like a web.
Yeah, it's going to be a mass of thick, sticky webbing. and the web fills a 20-foot cube from that point for the duration. So basically, you're pointing at a point, and it creates a cube of web right there. So if you don't layer it across a floor or a wall or a ceiling, it's gonna disappear as well. It'll
You know what? If
collapse
it's
on
gonna
itself.
if it's gonna stretch like that, then yeah, we'll just grab the whole party, like even
So
yeah, like that.
here.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see.
Make it doubly difficult terrain.
But more importantly, sticking everyone in place so they can't be drawn in by the effects of the portal is what I
Yeah.
think you were trying to accomplish
Yay.
there. Okay, Talanith, Yolanthe, Scriteau, and Bagram are all ensnared by this web. Just gonna put that effect on all of you. So while you cannot move, you also cannot be drawn in by the portal.
And then, having done that, Ian Fear is now going to turn his attention towards this mirror once more to try to work out the words from Yestis.
So you're focusing your attention on the mirror. How exactly are you doing this? Like, what is your focus for the portal? What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to get the portal so that I kind of want a stronger pull to pull this thing away.
Okay, you're trying to you're trying to make the draw of the portal stronger.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll your. We're gonna say that you're concentrating on this firstly. So let me throw the concentration on you. All right, next up, go ahead and roll me wild magic. And this will be as though you are casting a spell at 2nd level.
Okay. Ooh. Huh.
19.
That is definitely going to beat my
Spell save DC of 16.
I think I want to use my where is the other one? Where is it? Sorry. Well, that's the thing. Would this be considered a fail?
What are we doing exactly? What are you trying
So
to do?
what I'm trying to do is here. I'm gonna link this in chat. Is magical guidance. So it's essentially if I make an ability check that fails, I can spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll the d20.
I'll go ahead and allow it in this case because a wild magic surge you would probably panic and do something like this.
All right, so that uses 1 of the points from the sorcery points, and then we will re-roll this. So that'll be a 9.
A 9. You start to focus on the mirror and you can sort of visually in your mind's eye see this portal slightly growing in size to encapsulate the entire False Hydra, at least like around wise. I don't know if I'm describing that correctly. What's that?
I get what you mean.
Right, and also having an increased rate at which it draws stuff in. That exact thing happens just as you imagine it. I would like both Val and Rec to go ahead and roll dexterity saving throws and try to keep your footing against it, as well as the false Hydra.
Oh, no.
False Hydra rolls a 5. That was a check, but same thing. Oh boy. That was also a 5.
Oh.
The False Hydra struggling against the oh my gosh. I'm still in measuring mode. The False Hydra struggling against the portal is now almost all the way through. Val, Rec, you both get pulled forward, and you start to also you're starting to also you're about halfway through this portal yourselves.
5, 10.
Oh, that can actually go that far.
Yeah, the problem is that it still would do that. So, yeah, that is about. Well, hold on. So, Fear is going to move 5 feet from his movement, and then he's going to, because I still have the teleport from the last wild magic surge. I'm gonna teleport into the webbing, so that and then I'm gonna 20 feet forward, and so that way I'm gonna, when I appear, I'm gonna call out to Val and Rec, reach out towards me, and we can, in case you get pulled too far.
Val kind of turns back and nods.
And then that'll be my turn.
All right. Valphalen's going to try to pull himself out of that portal. That is a 1. So technically a 5. Val tries to move against the portal, but it continues to pull him back through. He is like almost all the way through this thing at this point.
Can I use my reaction to grab at him again?
You can certainly do that. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
I will use my bend luck skill.
With a +4, I don't know that would... Yeah, I don't think that's going to help.
Because even with a +4, that would be a 12.
Yeah. And this is kind of a tricky one because he's also fighting against the draw of this portal.
Okay. Yeah, maybe not then.
Bagram just stays put. About all he can do
Yeah.
at this point.
You do you, Bagram.
Another head sprouts out of the False Hydra and starts to try to make its way through the portal. That head is actually going to take an attack at you, Ray. I'm assuming a 16 does not hit your armor class.
Does not.
Talanith, you also have an attack incoming. This one will be with advantage because you're currently restrained. That is a 22. Talanith? Talanith, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here.
So you've got a 22 hit attacking you.
Yeah, you've got a 22 incoming.
Oh, gotcha.
Does that hit?
Okay. Yes, my armor class is 17.
All right, rolling damage on that. That is 4 damage. No, 8 damage, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Talanith, at this point, the False Hydra's head, with that neck stretching all the way from the portal, tries to clamp onto your leg. It bites into you, but it immediately lets go. You have like blood
Talanith
running down your
winces
leg
in
at
pain.
this point.
More curses in Drow.
Such language. Talanith, that
I guess-
does make it your turn.
Yeah, I guess Hydras aren't a fan of thighs.
Am I not? Wait, I'm kind of confused. Like, am I not able to move?
So
so
you currently cannot move, like, you can't, like, move around, but you can attack back. You will just be attacking with disadvantage.
Okay.
if you,
I'm going
unless
to
you
try
wanna
and.
make a save,
Yeah, unless you want to make
You
a save,
can't-
and
it just basically removes you
Um,
from this snapping and gets the portal pulling you.
Okay, I'm gonna try and attack the head that's in front of me with my daggers. And I just rolled disadvantage, right?
that shatter that just shared a link. Yeah. Thanks, son. I'm
Hello.
sorry. Could you repeat that? I was dealing with a obvious bot in the chat there.
Oh, no problem. I'm going to be okay. So I'm going to be trying to attack with my daggers. So I rolled disadvantage. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
That's a miss.
why did it roll 2 of them?
When you roll with disadvantage, you're rolling 2 dice. You're rolling the attack twice and always keeping the
Oh.
lowest roll. So it basically just
Oh,
automates
gotcha.
that.
Okay. Okay, then I'll go with my second dagger now.
That is a hit, regardless of the
Okay.
disadvantage.
Cool. All right. I'll roll damage for that. And
7
that
damage.
ends my turn.
That is applied. You stab into the side of this thing's head one more time, from your webbed, from being webbed in that cube. Kind of able to like tear through some of the web, but like you're not able to free yourself with that.
Right.
Yolanthe, you're up.
Okay.
You
So
have
this
web
web,
all over you, yeah.
yeah, this web just kind of gets all stuck all over me. And am I able to move, or am I kind of rooted in place now?
You can attempt to break free from the web. Like Ian Fierce said, that is a dexterity saving throw. I forget what the DC is.
Oh, I
I think it's
don't
versus
like.
my belt.
Would I be able to move like my arms and like head and stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can fight. You can kind of fight against the web, but a lot of actions are going to be disadvantaged because of the restraint.
Gotcha.
Anything that requires like a lot of movement, that sort of thing.
Unless you know how to transform yourself into a spider and can do some spider stealth.
Oh, you know what? I mean, I can
Also
do
true,
that.
yeah.
I don't know if we have any spider tokens.
I can.
Yeah, I think that touching the web, her necklace has a slight reaction to it, and before she even like really thinks about it, she just uses her wild shape to transform into a massive spider.
Giant spider it is.
Giant spider. I'm picturing a golden orb weaver or whatever they're called.
Good choice.
Oh, not a daddy long fingers. I mean, legs.
Oh God. That
You
would
are
be
now a
disgusting.
giant spider.
I am a giant. Ooh, that's an ugly spider. You didn't have a cute one. All right, and I just start climbing the web to, I don't know, make my way over to the Hydra head to see if I can
Yeah, you can pretty much move freely
bite
at
it.
this
What do,
point.
what do you do as a spider?
Yeah, you can bite. Let me see. So you have.
Oh, I have a character sheet now. Nice.
Yep. You have. You can still do face step. Oh, what the fuck? Where? Oh, bite. Yeah, that's exactly what you've got is bite. But yeah, you can pretty much move freely against this.
Okay. I'm the web up to where it reaches the wall. Make sure I'm looking at the right spot. I don't really have a range attack, huh? I can't shoot web, can I?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I want to shoot a web if I can. This one that's fighting Talanith.
Okay.
Thwip.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna move or anything?
Not exactly. I'm just gonna climb up to the top of where the web is, but it's an upward thing, so I'd pretty much stay in the board the same spot, I think.
Okay.
Except now I'm not crushing Scrito.
Yeah. So you're basically you can yes you can move to the ceiling. You are able to climb on the ceiling and on the walls and stuff. So Yolanthe, you see her turn into a giant spider. Spider Lanthe climbs up the nearest. It's like this column of rock that's right here, and makes her way up to the ceiling where she hangs from the ceiling. Points her butt at this head right here and web on it.
Butt web.
Butt web. That is going to be a ranged attack. It's under your other features if you want to use that. So if you go to your third tab, the features tab, it's all the way at the bottom under other features. You have one charge of it.
It's the web one, right?
Yep. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Rolling better as a spider than I did as myself.
That is the crux of wild shape. That is a hit.
I like how the picture kind of looks like I nailed him right in the eye. I know that's just the normal picture, but since we're talking about shooting web at a head.
Let me see here. Hit is restrained by webbing as an action. The restrained target can make a DC 12. Okay. I don't really see that this thing has the ability to burst out of webbing. It's literally just a head with a mouth and a neck.
Maybe it would try to chew at the webbing, I suppose.
It could, yeah. But otherwise, yeah, it can't burst through the webbing. So let me see. 10 HP, 5 vulnerability to fire damage, immunity to bludgeoning, poison, and psychic damage. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, so you basically like cover this thing's face in web, and it can no longer like bite anyone. It's kind of useless at this point. Anything else you got?
No, not at the moment.
All right, Tess, you're up.
All right, so Val is like really struggling to get out of the portal, right?
Yes.
Okay. Seeing everything going down, Tess starts to panic and she's gonna shout toward Ian Fear. Do you have any tricks up your sleeve?
Just pulling some rope from my backpack.
Whew. One moment, sorry. I don't know why it gave me a circle. Oh, it's the legacy. That's probably why. I don't know.
It's an area effect, I think. Oh wait, Misty Step. What the hell?
Yeah, no. Maybe that's just giving you the range of the movement.
Maybe.
I guess.
I don't want to move Scriteau though. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Tess is just she's gonna teleport. Misty Step.
Okay.
Near Yenfear. I'm
gonna move you slightly, Yolanthe, just for ease of use. Your big old square. So you Misty Step over to Yenfear.
Mm-hmm.
Starting your turn in this webbing, you are now restrained. You cannot be drawn into the portal, but you also can't move your feet.
Okay.
And you have to kind of fight against the web to do stuff. But yeah. What now? I believe Misty Step is a bonus action, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Navigating is tough. I just had it not too long ago.
Your spell book in Foundry does have a search function, by the way. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's helpful.
Now in the web and not really knowing the outcome of what's about to happen, in a panic, Tess is going to pray to her deity.
Ooh.
And ask for help with getting Val safely out of the portal.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Ooh.
If you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes. Your plea for aid goes unheard.
Oh.
Can I use my inspiration to try again? I mean, it's 2 dice, so this is going to be really tough to roll.
That's fine.
But I can
You
try
can
again.
go ahead and re-roll.
Ooh.
That is a tough re-roll, though.
Oh, well.
You tried. Yes, this is going to take a step into the web. He just kind of like roots himself there. He calls out, he says, Yenfear, stabilize the portal. Focus. That's about all you can do. Sarahi. Is for another turn able to keep her footing against the pull of the portal.
I'm gonna call back to Sarahi See if you can. If you trying to make the portal smaller will make it work. Focusing through the mirror.
She, you see her kind of close her eyes as she's holding this thing up into the air. She's going to go ahead and concentrate on that. Where's concentration? Is that not a skill anymore? I thought that was a skill. Roll a concentration check these days. Is that a wisdom?
Oh,
Hold
it's
on.
right underneath the saving throws. It's in the bottom of the box.
This is a different character sheet. See.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Give me a second here. Let me find the formula for it real quick. It's a Constitution saving throw. Or ability check. Depending. Whoop. That was not supposed to be a private. A 16. You all watch as the portal starts to shrink down, closing part of the False Hydra in, but also kind of closing Val on the other side. Val calls out to you.
Close it! I'll find my way back!
Scrito.
He can't move very quickly in the web, right?
No.
Is it like halved? Like how
it
far
is-
can he move?
It is difficult terrain under the webbing, so...
But in order to move, because you're also restrained, you have to roll that dexterity saving throw to first get yourself free, and then you can move at half speed once you get yourself free.
Yeah.
Trying to find where Ian Fear linked that in the chat.
You said it was a check or a throw for the dexterity?
It's a saving throw. With a 22, I'd say there's a pretty good chance that Squirto has broken himself free of the restraint. And you're now able to move half speed. I'll still say that you probably are able to resist the effects of the portal while you're in here because of the nature of, you know, your feet being kind of stuck to the ground a bit.
Okay, so that's about as far as he can move,
Okay.
I'm believing. And then prepping a helpful action for somebody. We'll just hold that, I guess, and then end his turn.
Okay. Wreck Bloodstone.
All right. On my turn, as part, I'm gonna go ahead and stow my shield. I'm gonna then reach out and attempt to grapple with Valphalin.
Okay. Grappling is a strength check. Go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Advantage because I'm raging.
And that was a natural 20.
That is a natural 20. All right.
And he can fight it if he wants, or he can choose to just fail. One of his two.
I think he's choosing to just fail.
All right.
Rex just
So
get back here.
So I grab a hold of him, and I'm going to move I'm going to grab him and drag him with me up to half my speed, but I'm only going to move there, and I want to put Val in the square there.
Okay. You successfully pull Val out of the portal.
All right. And then I'll go ahead and attack the Hydra head that I pulled him past with my last action.
Okay, go ahead. Wow, 23. That was a good roll. That is a hit.
And with rage, an additional 10 points.
Additional 10 points?
Well,
Well, it's plus 2, so it's 8 plus 2.
Oh, okay. So. All right, you successfully grab Val and you pull him out of that portal. He kind of stumbles a bit, but he lands kind of right next to you, and then you take a swing at this False Hydra head and absolutely nail it in the side of the head. It reels back and then kind of curls back up at you, hissing.
And that is all my turn.
Ian Fear, you're up.
so for my action, like I'm pulling out this, I do have a length of rope in my backpack, and I'm gonna tie it around Valthalin. And I'm going to try to hand the other length of rope to Scrito.
Okay, yeah, I think you can do all of that in 6 seconds. If you're like handing it to Val and having him kind of, yeah, I think you can do that.
All right. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure if you need me to roll anything, at least because of making this knot in order to hold around Valthalin.
No, you're fine. That's more of a. I feel like that's more of like a. I don't think that tying a knot necessarily requires a skill check. I mean, it really depends, you know. Like I wouldn't make like Val roll a strength check for doing a single push-up, you know, kind of thing.
Right. So now I'll say I think we should be secured against the portal. Let's try to get this Hydra firmly stuck on the other side.
It's pretty much through, minus its 2 heads.
So I'm gonna try to focus on closing down this portal further.
Go ahead and roll that wild magic.
Oops. That's fine.
Ian Fair says out loud, roll D20. We're like, what?
All right. That is, I think, an 8. Because you
8?
said there's a second level.
Okay. Yeah, that's a second level. So yeah, that's an 8. All right. As you focus on kind of deteriorating that portal, exactly that happens. The portal closes. The False Hydra, securely on the other side, vanishes, and the 2 heads are severed from the body, and they fall over limp and dead.
No.
And that's combat.
Whew.
We did it.
Ooh. What a
Okay.
fight.
Now that the fight's over, which I was gonna try to find some way to help as a giant spider, but it turns out I don't really have very much I can do other than walk on the web. But the actual reason I wanted to turn into a giant spider is so that she could reach over to Bagram with her big ugly spider leg and just boop him on the nose. Because we still fuck with Bagram in this house.
I'm gonna look to Bagram and say, "Hey, so I guess you don't have to worry about your skull anymore, do you? At least not today."
He's like fallen over backward on the floor at this point, and you just boop him on the nose, and he just stares at the ceiling, and he's like, "Oh, I'll take that over being eaten any day of the week." What the fuck was that thing?
All right. While they're talking, I'm going to definitely get out of giant spider form. It's rather inconvenient.
You can't. I'm just kidding.
I'm stuck.
You're stuck like this?
No, I want to walk away from whatever webbing I was originally attached to, though, so I don't turn back into a human and immediately be stuck in web.
That transform
Oh, wow,
animation
buddy.
was great.
Oh yeah, that was smooth.
Sure was.
Wait, there was an animation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it, like anamorphed its way from spider to human.
I guess I'll just clip this so you can see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
please.
interesting.
I would love to see that. That's amazing. I'm gonna have to play with that later. That's awesome. That's really cool that they added that. The air in this place is filled with this eerie silence. As battle calms down, your breathing steadies, and you look around. It seems like everyone's still accounted for, albeit a few of you with some cuts and bruises, and Talanith kind of Talanith kind of
bleeding.
wounded. Yeah, Talanith is bleeding out.
Rex still
I'm gonna go-
grappling Valfailing, going, "You ain't going nowhere."
I'm fine, friend.
I'm gonna drop a little.
I'm
too.
cursing in Drow.
I really thought I was going to have to find my way back from yet another plane of existence. I figure at this point I'm probably an expert in the field.
Not a chance, my friend.
And, well, I'm grateful for it.
I see
I have that
cure
in our
wounds
channel
coming out from Yolanthe.
Yeah, that's for Talanith.
Whamp, 7 damage. Yeah. Talanith, your wounds start to close up, but you're still feeling some pain.
Yeah,
Nothing a little
Talanith
rest won't help with.
is just like he's less cursy now.
a little bit less cursy.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
a little bit less cursy.
just got a bit bitey from the last couple of fights, so
With
He's
combat-
kind
sorry.
of breathing a little bit heavy. He's kind of breathing a little bit heavy, but he's like, "I'm fine."
With
She
combat
reaches
over,
down a hand
Thank
to help
you.
him up.
say again. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying she reaches down her hand to help him up.
And he said he's not used to being helped, like that. So he just kind of looks shyly away, and he's like, "Thank you."
Rec looks around and it's like, and he picks up one of the heads on the neck and like, "We have proof now."
Indeed we do.
Oh yeah.
don't forget to save some for Tess.
Tess reaches out and heals Bagram up.
You see a lot of his wounds close, but he's still kind of he still looks pretty fucked up. Like, I mean, not like wounded, but he looks like emotionally, mentally traumatized from the entire experience. Like he's still like laying flat, staring at the ceiling, just emotionless face.
Poor Bagram.
So you're saying that he could use a counselor?
She reaches her hand
Less
out
cursy.
to Bagram to offer to help him up. Couple of drinks and a good night's rest should do you well. Come, get up.
I'll take the drink. And he stands up, clambers to his feet with your aid. Y'all saved my life. I thought you didn't want me around.
It wasn't that we didn't want you around. We just wanted you to have the freedom to do what you wanted to do, which was apparently get eaten by a false Hydra.
I did not want to get eaten by a false Hydra. Let's get that perfectly clear right off the bat. That was not my doing. I don't even know what a false Hydra is. I imagine it's that.
So how did you
Rake
get
shit.
down here in the first place?
Rake's just shaking the head at him.
I mean, are there more of those things? Is that the only one? What the fuck?
All we
So-
know is that that one is supposedly dead.
Hey, speaking of which, how exactly did you control that portal, Ian Fear?
Well, I was just following the suggestions from Yestis, and I was just imagining that that portal was controlled by this mirror.
Mind if I take a look?
I'll say, be my guest. I was cursed with this object on our way up here.
He reaches his hand out to you.
So like I will attempt to pass the mirror. Well, I'll actually just turn the mirror in my hand in order to show him, and I'll say, the trouble has been anytime it left my hands, it immediately goes back into my pocket in my possession.
So you're just showing him the mirror. You're not placing it into his hand
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah, like I'm essentially like holding the mirror in one hand, and like like with the finger like holding it open, but holding onto the mirror.
As he steps over, he kind of tucks away his wand, and he, scratching his chin, investigates this mirror. Oh, never seen anything like that. This looks like a regular mirror. But glowy.
I'll say it was
Definitely
it was an-
magic.
yeah, it was an
evocation?
encounter with some kind of being in the water. Very powerful magic,
What did he
way
look
beyond
like?
anything I'd ever seen.
Was he kind of on the large side,
Yeah,
humanoid?
definitely in that he had arms and you know a sort of a human-ish body.
Huh. Where'd you say you met this thing?
It was a creature of some sort that had uh, made a former ship that had been traveling on the seas its domain in another realm.
Oh, that sounds like a Genasi. Interesting. Sounds like you all have some stories to tell. But I think first, why don't we head back and have a few drinks? Celebrate our victory, as it were.
Or we have to talk with the council and face the consequences.
Consequences, or just show them the head and let them go from there.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Rick,
the
just
military
shake it
won't
at
be
'em.
happy with us because we did go against their wanting us to not be involved.
Srahi paces over to you, her own mirror in hand, and as she approaches, you can clearly see that this mirror is 100% identical to the one that you hold.
I'll say, we have some questions, I understand. Let's get out of here and then let's see if we can try to figure this out together.
No argument here. With that, I'd like to go ahead and end the session. Everybody, great work. Let's go ahead and cut to our stream ending screen. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that worked.
Woo.
I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and I hope to see you back for the next and final episode of Chapter 11, which will take place, what did I say? It was like March 9th. So March 9th, this will be the last episode of this chapter, and then we'll be going on a month break after that and returning on May 4th. So we'll be seeing you then, I hope. And for more updates, please follow me on the socials as is appearing in chat. And also feel free to go check out our Discord channel, also in the chat right there. It's called Geeks, Guilds, and Gamers, same as the namesake of the channel. So feel free to join us there for great times and community nights. And otherwise, I am your most gracious DM, VGpunx, signing off. Keep a song in your heart.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.